What's going on, you gorgeous bastards? Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production. We are doing it on Monday, September the 12th, 2022. Sip, sip to the gang. That is hot. That is still very hot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, man, I'm excited to be alive. Hope everybody's safe and sound wherever you are in and around this beautiful planet, aka the blue floating marble. No big deal. Thank you very much. Doing it right here from Toronto, Ontario. Shout out to Canada, the US, Mexico, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia, the islands, Antarctica, North Pole, South Pole, everywhere else in between, wherever you are. Chilling with a penguin, do it. Wrestling a bear, do it. Trapping some beaver tail, do it. Supports it. Thank you for all the love and support. Whoever's been with me from the get-go, thank you very much. If you're just joining us today, if it's your first episode, if you're popping your cherry just today, man, welcome. Welcome to the gang, to the syndicate. We just have fun. Just a fellow silly goose flapping his wings amongst all the other silly geeses flapping their wings. We're doing it, baby. Having fun, enjoying life, growing. We talk about everything and nothing. So you're wondering if it's your first time, how does this work? It works every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. You come in for about 45 minutes to an hour. You chill with your boy, talk about a few different topics here and there. We have some laughs and you're on your merry way. And that's what it is. Try to put in the good vibes, good positive thoughts, get in a few laughs. And that's what it is. Rock and roll together. You know, the crew that laughs together, cries together. Yeah, no wait. Yeah, that's it. Man, oh man. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, where do I want to begin? A lot of things went down this weekend. A lot of things went up this weekend as well. Shout out to the UFC. I enjoyed the fights. Hells yeah, dude. One of my favorite fights of the evening, one of my favorite fighters coming up, for me, I'm just getting to know you, sir. Man, put on a hell of a show, dude. Who am I talking about? Is it heavyweights or super heavyweights? I'm talking about Chris Barnett, dude. Fucking let's go, baby. Dude. Legit, I had my hands up in the air, not screaming, but you know, yeah. Oh, doing it. Oh man, two heavyweight or super heavyweights, I don't know the exact weight category that they're in, but they were just slugging it out, dude. It was fantastic. And man, had me worried for a few seconds, not gonna lie, because you know, as a viewer, as a fan, you're watching, and then there was some, I hope everybody's, you know, that's the thing, man. Again, shout out to the fighters. That's what these ladies and gents who get in the ring and put it all on the line. Oh man, because that's the thing. You get in there, you don't know what's gonna happen. Next thing you know, you might be fighting with your, you know, I don't know what happened. Was it nerve damage? Was it a little bit just, I don't know what it was, but like Chris's face was just a little bit. I hope everything's okay now. Obviously, I'm sure they're gonna have the best doctors and medics do all the tests and examinations, but that's fighting. That's professional fighting for you. So that's the thing. You're like, oh man, that doesn't look. And then he comes back and fucking, oh, and then the flip on top, and then the beer celebration. Oh, let's go. That's how you put on a show, babe. It was so exciting. I was so happy for you, dude, and everybody else involved as well. If you make it to that, you know, top level of competition, you're all winners in my heart. But sometimes somebody just comes and, man, steals the show in a sense, if you will. That was one of my favorite moments, just through and through, from the beginning till the end. It was fantastic. Thank you, sir. And that was, yeah, I'm a fan, so thank you. And obviously, you know, there was a little bit, I don't know what happened. I think Hamza missed weight, so that fight was rearranged. Tony Ferguson, El Kukui versus Nate Diaz went down. Congratulations, Nate, big dog, taking it home. Man, that's a beautiful story through and through, from like just the career, the story, and very happy for everybody. Congratulations. Best of luck on your next ventures, whatever you step into. I'm sure it's going to be great. Carrying that same champ mentality, you're going to do amazing things. And thank you for Al Kukui for always being exciting, always being unpredictable. You never know what you're gonna get. And all the other fights I enjoyed as well, man. But oh, of course. And okay, how do you solve a problem like Hamza? Now that dude is, man. I've said it before. Many people, I think, we're all on the same page. This dude is he's very interesting to watch because he is, I think, and again, this is coming from my non-expert opinion. He's one of those players that has just now changed the game in a sense where, yeah, man, that fight, yeah, I was at a loss of words, and also just trying to analyze it again, not being a fighter, just from like physically looking at it. How do you solve that riddle? Because it is from what I gather, it's all. And this guy just like because that's the thing. He's one of those players that just changed the game. That you cannot do regular. Not that all the other stuff is regular by any stretch of the imagination, but again, that's what it is. Every once in a while, you'll get a fella who'll come into the octagon, and everybody kind of needs to review their playbook, and that's what it is. So I, as a fan, am enjoying that. Wonder how long it's gonna go before somebody, breaks his winning streak. At this point, I don't know who again, not being a fighter, obviously, but from what I gather from like watching tape, if you will, if you're gonna, man, you gotta. Here's the thing. It's call it whatever. It's fighting. It's physical chess, it's problem solving. He's coming out the gate guns blazing. I don't know. To me, again, not having any fighting experience, just from like, oh, if it was a problem to be solved, how do you solve it? I think, again and again, easier said than done, obviously. But if he's coming in guns blazing like that, in my head, you'd either have to, in order to combat that, you'd either have to match and suppress that same level of whether it's being explosive, whether it's being aggressive right off the bat, or whether it's all those elements. Man, that's what it is. A hell of a riddle. That's what that is, man. So in order to like challenge that and beat that, you'd either have to come out guns blazing yourself and try to surpass the gun situation, and or so like you got to be either like as fast, or well, if you want to beat him, you got to be faster, you got to be more explosive, you got to be, you got to be able to. So that's the thing. If he went out like, that's the thing. If he can do that for 5 rounds, and you want to ensure that you want to win, you got to be able to do what happened this past weekend. If you can ensure you can go for 25, 35 minutes, 30 minutes with that same pace, that is the way that. And I'm excited about this because the next guy who beats, whenever the time comes, whoever beats Hamza will also be a game changer. This happens in different sports. I've seen it happen in soccer when a few players come and it just like everybody's speed has to go up. Now all of a sudden that's the thing, games evolve. You no longer have, if you want to be competing at the highest level, you no longer have players who are just, if their position is midfield or offense, you'd have them playing a little bit of D as well. You're not just gonna. So that's the thing. For the next person, you're either gonna have to match that intensity and surpass it. That's option A. Again, easier said than done with no expertise whatsoever. Just like viewing it as if it were like, oh, how do you beat a player at whatever they're doing? And that is an interesting, man. You've got like, my mind's just like, oh, the other version that I would. Again, just theories out there without any experience whatsoever. You'd have to go ultra supersonic in terms of speed so that it will look like slow motion. You have to go so fast that it would look like slow-mo. So essentially, because if he's coming at you with that intensity, you either have to match that intensity with the same level to overpower it, or react so fast as to throw him off his game. Sort of like a, I don't know, like a matador, if you will, if that makes any sense. And again, these are just guy with no experience ever, you know. Uh, but yeah, that is an interesting puzzle to look at. That is an interesting fellow to be looking at. And yeah, congratulations, Hamza, on your win, dude. You're amazing. I'm in awe when you see somebody on certain, like, that's inspiring on a whole different level of hits, and I appreciates it, and I supports it, and I support everybody else out there doing whatever that they're doing out there, whatever you're doing out there, in your career, in your life path, in your journey. We're all doing our little battles, our little fights every day. That's what it is, and you just keep on writing it out. Man, thank you to the UFC and all the fighters. That's what that was. So that went down, and then on this one, what was it? So that was Saturday evening. So I spent a little bit of Saturday getting the final sketch prepped, done. The sketch was, this was for I want to be doing one more painting before the year ends, and that'll be it. And then the rest of it, because I needed a little bit of time just to get my thoughts together, relax a little bit and then we'll be kicking it into high gear in terms of just, trying to, go move beyond ourselves. That's what competing with the self, try to do better each and every time. So that's what it is, man. I've just been doing that final sketch. I put it on the canvas. I started painting it yesterday, which was Sunday. And man, it was a great Sunday. Had a great time painting, watching movies and shit, just kicking, relaxing. I watched Cobra Kai. Watched Cobra Kai while I was painting. And man, love that series for different reasons. One of the main attractions is the community, the family, the bonding, the father-son moments, which didn't make your boy cry whatsoever. Okay, all right, fine, guilty as charged. Made your boy cry it's all right, happens. It was a Sunday. It was just like, oh, we're painting, father-son moments, lots of them. All right, shedding tears. But we made it. We're all good. That's right. It was unexpected. That's what it is, baby. You like that? Yeah, that's call me unexpected tear, boy. That's what it is. Just be right there. Waterworks, emotional moments and TV. Oh man. Oh God. Get it together. It is together. But that's what it is, man. I was watching that, and then having watched the UFC the night before, and then what I guess I'm gonna be painting, what I am painting, it's all kind of like more or less got a theme in there somewhere. I don't really I don't know, I hope you guys will like it. I like it so far. It's looking sharp. I like it. And yeah, dude, that's what it is. Sometimes you just if you gotta shed a couple of tears, that's what you do. You shed a couple of tears. And I don't make too much of anything. I just I embrace all emotions. I don't make too much of anything. It's just like whatevs. You slip them out, baby. Slip them out. That's what it is. Because it's either that or you gotta go sweat a lot, and yeah, it's just concentrated. That's concentrated sweat for you, baby. That's what that is. I'm not crying. You're crying. That is concentrated sweat trained to come out of my tear ducts so that I burn the calories. That's it. That's it. There we go. Good times. But I was watching that. I was just like, oh man, I wish I had some capabilities in terms of doing the flips and the back flips and the jiu-jitsu and stuff. But then at the same rate, if I had those capabilities, I'd want to be I'd be bouncing off buildings. So maybe that's a blessing in disguise, so that I don't know how to do those things. Because it would be, oh man, I just be tumbling over stuff and just wrestling with stuff. Anything, dude. Coffee mug in my way, wrestle you right there, baby. You don't know me. Pillow cover, oh, right there. What are you doing? What is that? Change the duvet or, put it in a headlock. Either or. Put yourself in a headlock, dude. Happens to the best of us when you're trying to put away the duvet by yourself. Get some help. But the point is that there's really, today we're just having fun. We're relaxing a little bit. Getting ready for slowly but surely getting ready for the new year. I'm excited for this fall season that's approaching. Want to definitely be getting this year. My goal is to get more spots, go out there, do my time. The rest of the time, I want to be concentrating on, yeah, just getting my more material out there, making things sharper essentially. That's kind of the theme I want to be going forward with. But little bit, it's all baby steps. It's all baby steps until it's not. It's all baby steps until it's not. And that's what it is, man. Life is all about taking those steps, those little baby steps, one step at a time. And then when the time comes, when you're ready, when everything falls into pieces, and I think we all know for ourselves, whatever we're planning for, that's when you go out there and do what you gotta do. So that's what I'm doing, baby. Practicing, trying to get better little by little, having fun during the process, learning. Man, we're learning together. And yeah, I don't know what you guys and gals are up to. Maybe, you could be doing a lot. I know for a lot of people last week, this week, it's back to school. Congratulations. Maybe you're in whatever. You're in college, university, doing that. Keep doing what you're doing. Do them studies. Study and then study twice as hard and then 3 times as hard. Next thing you know, oh, good grades. That's amazing. And that'll lead to other doors and shit. So keep that up. And yeah, whatever, whether you're, who knows, maybe you start a business lately. Maybe, you're rocking and rolling in that realm. It's a bakery, it's a pizzeria, it's a sandwich shop. You got a little, specialized stores, maybe you got just like a store for cutlery, dude. That's all you sell. Forks and knives and spoons. Different sizes, different colors, different shapes, for different meals, for different people who are all the same. Maybe that's your niche. Maybe you've gotten into that business. Maybe you're a big boy, big business. Maybe you're into big shipments. Shipments are coming in, shipments are going out. Dude, you're at the harbor. It's a rainy day like this. You got a little captain's hat on, smoking on a little pipe. Oh man, the crew's running up and down, loading on and off the dock. That's, typical classic loading on and off the dock, dude. And you gotta watch that. Make sure the shipment comes in right. The shipment goes, oh, we gotta deliver. Doesn't matter if it's, if the sea's not looking nice. We're gonna sail anyway. If it's safe enough. There's rough seas ahead. Oh, careful not to lose men, seamen. It's important that, but you're a professional. You know what you're doing. You're shipping. You're a captain. Maybe you're a captain. That's right. Maybe you're just starting out, and that's fine too. That's cool too. Start off with like a small boat, move to a medium-sized boat eventually. Big boat. Oh man, pulling in a harbor, dude. Maybe you're the boat, man. Maybe you're the actual boat. Maybe it's your first day boating out there. You know what I mean? Make good use of your time. That's what that is. And enjoy life every step of the way, as much as you can. There are moments where you're gonna be like, okay, it is what it is. And that's cool too. But man, oh man, am I excited to be it's great, dude. It's great, ladies and gents. I don't know. It's a great time to be alive. We got so much going on. And I'm looking forward to, again, it's little by little. It's slow growth. It's little increments. And I've said this before, and I mean it. My door is always open. If you're anybody who is also within the GTA, who's doing similar stuff, if you happen to catch this video, you're like, hey, we might be on the same path. Give your boy a little shout out or send a little DM. Yeah, actually the DM would make, don't just shout it, because I wouldn't be able to, if you shout out randomly, I wouldn't be able to hear you. But DM me and we can potentially get together. And yeah, ladies, gents, if you're in the comedy scene, if you're maybe starting out, if you've already started out, maybe you're thinking about starting out, doesn't matter. If you see that there's something that you'd like to work with, if you'd like to venture out into creative adventures together, holla at your boy. I'll leave that. And hey, because you never know. But I'd like to be able to, down the line, hopefully incorporate more people in different shapes or forms into the whole, because that's what it is. Right now, what this is, I gotta sometimes just take a little, you gotta slow it down just so we all catch up so that we're all on the same page. Again, some people have been with me from the get-go, some people are watching every day, just joining us, just coming along the ride, just so that we're all on the same page. I am, for the most part, this is a one-man operation, but I would like to, my interest is, my focus, my love, my passion is for comedy. And if anybody out there has got the same passion and interest, perhaps you'd like to link up in some shape or form. And it is independent, so again, that's why you can find it on YouTube, on Instagram. The follows help your boy, the subscriptions help your boy, if you like to be doing that. And then there's always patreon.com/RobSadri, patreon.com/RobSadri. What? One more time, you want me to say one more time? Patreon.com/RobSadri is where you can fiscally and financially support the show, help it grow little by little, and whatever you like is highly appreciated. But that's what that is, man. We got to take the time to, that's what it is when you're running your own operation. Again, this is probably relatable to all the ladies and gents out there doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's studies, whether it's business, work, whatever, family life. You are all spreading yourselves on all the fronts. That's what that is. And absolutely, it's great to have help. It's great to do things with different people. And hence the always having that open heart, always having that open mind, and welcoming everybody and working together and building it, helping each other build and create and motivate each other and do all that fun shit. And while we're doing it, we're gonna have a ton of fun. So it's like, if you're basically out there and you're like, how could I have fun while I work? So it doesn't even seem like work. There's gonna be work, there's a lot of work, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. So it's not work, because it's fun, if that makes any sense. Sending thoughts out there, send it. Oh, somebody's gonna catch it. Nice, tight. But that's what that is, man. Life is all about cooperation, getting together, making the best of life for each other, ourselves and each other, man. That's what this is. This is what we do around here. I'm trying to do, I don't got any answers to anything. I don't know anything about anything, which is such a pressure reliever, It's just like, man, it's like a release valve. Not knowing anything, it's like, okay, we know what we know and we know what we don't know. And what we know is that we don't know nothing. This is plural, nothing. That's my promise to you. That you'll be here 45 minutes to an hour each and every week and be entertained in different formats, okay? And some days we get emotional. Some days we get excited. Some days are just reg days. We're just going through it together. It's a slow process. It's a slow burn. It's a slow drip, as I've said from the beginning and the get-go, and I meant it, and I will say it again because that's what it is, baby. It's a slow drip. It's a slow process. And it's all about taking time to reflect. And I'm saying these things out loud, so again, it reaffirms in my mind, moving forward, learn what you learn, take that, apply it to whatever else you've already learned, and keep on building, baby. Keep on fucking going. Let's go. Oh, coffee is still hot. It's still hot. But here's what I wanted to mention that I forgot, which I found hilarious about the Hamza fight. The way this dude wrestles and grabs onto you and just flips and moves, like, his rhythm is funny, dude. His rhythm, like, because it looks like a cartoon. It looks like it looks like a little, it's like a little tornado just flipping around in itself, taking you in there with it. And then you're like, let me roll over him. He's already over you. It's incredible to watch it. That is amazeballs. So if I could, oh man, that's what I'm saying. If I had that capability, I wouldn't even walk anywhere, dude. I'd roll everywhere, you know what I mean? It's like, if you have enough people around you, You roll a little bit on your back, flip them over, they're on their back. And then you let go and then hold on to the next person. It's just, I don't know, does that make sense? Roll off each other for transport. Not the best mode of transport, okay, fine. Where you get a nice little massage, you know what I mean? Get a little bit of that Chechnya Swedish massage, deep tissue massage. That's what it, if you got, yeah, that's it. You gotta go in there and view it as a massage essentially. Man, that boy will just soften you up. He will just, oh. I'm excited to see the next, could it work? Maybe a nice matchup would potentially be, I don't know if they're in the same weight range. Maybe they could get in the same category. I'm thinking maybe Hamza versus Oliveira. That'd be exciting. Hamza versus Paulo Costa would be interesting too. Paulo Costa versus Hamza would be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. A lot of people out there, a lot of people doing amazing things, and yeah, man, that's that's what it is, man. Saturday evening, and I'm telling you, man, watching Cobra Kai too, watching all the karate, jiu-jitsu, kung fu, let's go. I was just like Peyton, and I was just like, stationary, just, but like, you know, stationary at heart, but like, you know, spirit is doing like backflips, dude. Spirit is just, you know, fucking like, you know, levitating and shit. But physically, stationary, dude. Mentally, jiu-jitsu. That's the kind of vibe I was putting off on Sunday. Just, you know, watch Cobra Kai. I watched another movie as well. What else did I watch? I watched little fun, little scary, little what's the name of the movie with Luda and Queen Latifah? End of the Road, I want to say. Yeah. End of the Road, if I'm not mistaken. Loved it. It was on the background, painting away, watching Luda and Queen Latifah shout out, doing it. And it's just cool to see different people. You see their careers and like different paths that they've taken. It's really inspiring. It's really amazing. Because yeah, if I'm not mistaken, again, Queen Latifah, Luda, both used to be heavy in the rap game. Not to say that they're not anymore. If they wish to be in it, they'd probably be in it, doing it. But you know, you evolve, you do different things. I get that too. You know, it's cool to see people who are like, it's cool to see the evolution and just the growth. Because yeah, dude, hell yeah, that's what it is. This love appreciates it. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it, and that definitely helped reduce the. That also got your boy a little bit watery-eyed too. Not gonna lie to you. Again, it's like family. It's like, oh man, the whole thing was all about the weekend. Was all about family, wasn't it? Sure. Didn't cry that time, but definitely got watery-eyed and just, you know, turned those watery eyes into. Okay, all right, fine. I shed a couple more tears, but it was after that was just smiles for miles. That's what that was, baby. It was just like, oh yes, family. Oh, bondage, being there for each other, tight. It was good. Yeah, man, that's what it is. Makes you think about stuff. Makes you, everybody doing different things. Makes you just stop, appreciate everything, and think about life, and what's important, and your priorities. And everybody's is different. We all more or less have the same priorities, I guess. Same major things are the same for the most, you know. God, country, family, diesel, barbecue. You know, not in, you know, it's different for all of us, but more or less the same. Honor, respect, loyalty. That's what it is, man. Being there for each other, and yeah, just putting down the basics. On another note, on another fun note, why do we have ass cheeks? Guys, Ladies, why do we have ass cheeks? What's up with ass cheeks? Why is it two cheeks? Why isn't it just one round ball with a hole? You know what I mean? Because it's like, what are you trying to do? There's nothing there. What are you trying to hide? You're trying to hide a hole? There's nothing there. There's nothing to hide. So why have two ass cheeks and a butthole? It should just be, in my mind, it would have made sense if it was just one round ball instead of two medium-sized balls or whatever, bigger size. But like, you know what I mean, the shape of it. Not that they're balls, but cheeks. Why do we have ass cheeks? And if you're like, oh, well, you gotta hide it. If you're gonna hide it, why go with two ass cheeks? Why not have 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 ass cheeks? That way you'd be able to hide it better. Because like two ass cheeks, you know where to look. Right down the center, it's right there. You know where to look. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ass cheeks. Now we got a game of cups, but with ass cheeks and assholes. So it's like, where is it? Is it here or is it there? And you don't know. So I think that's where we fucked up, man. But things could always be worse. Things could always, but that's how we improve upon things. And the beauty of it is, if you were just gonna, just throwing out ideas, if we are gonna have 7, 8, 4 or 5 ass cheeks, and if you could potentially move your asshole like at will, you could set up a little game of cups just down the streets. You know how they do on the streets of Paris, and they grab your money for like, they got like 3 cups, and they're like, oh, here you see the ball right here. If you can guess where the ball goes, and where's the ball? And you're like, it's the one in the middle. And he's like, it's not there. It's like, oh, not again. Oh, it's a thing. They do it. Don't fall for it. Or anywhere else for that matter. It doesn't even need to be Paris. But I'm just saying, you could play a game of cups, but with, because you're like, oh, find this asshole between the cheeks. Where is it? Is it here? Is it there? And if you can move it, though. If you couldn't move it, then it's just like, once you know, you know. But even then, at least having 5, 6, 7, 8 options, at least it'll throw you off. Whereas 2, it's like, oh, I'm trying to hide it. Are you? Doing bare minimum, dude. But multiple cheeks, then it's like, all right. Now we got a fair game. Now we got a little bit of working to do, a little bit of guessing, a little bit of estimating. Man. Good times. But then, like, if you'd want it to be center, dude. You want to be, because you don't want it to be like, if it's like 7, 8 cheeks, then you don't want it to be all the way like to the far left or right, because then it would just, wiping would be a situation. And I don't want you to be in situations. So I guess, okay, fine. In terms of where it's at, right down the center, makes sense. I'm not going to play cups. Don't play cups. But that doesn't mean that, that's the future people, man. I already see it. Future people have just one giant butt. That's what it is. And it's like a sphere with a hole. Crack is just whack, dude. Just saying. That's what it is, baby. Crack is whack. It's like, what are we doing here? It would have made sense if your ass was in the front and you had the crack, so you kind of be like, okay, the line shows me where it's. But it's like the crack is at the back. It's not even for you to see, so you don't even need that pathway to like be like, okay, I need to have a little line to show me where it's at. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I'm just, it's like, let's. I'm looking forward to the, fall winter edition of the future coming out. Oh, those are the new babies. That's Gen Alpha and Beta coming out. Just one, sphere for butts. That's the future. And that way you can like tuck and roll everywhere. You know what I mean? Like that will make transportation always thinking of and for the people. Because we kill multiple birds with multiple stones. Hypothetical birds and stones. We're not hurting any animals. No animals were ever hurt during the process of making these videos, except for the animals that I purchase from the grocery store, you know, I delegate the herding so that I don't have to deal with it. Because, man, if I had to do it, God, like if I had to do it, if my life depended on it, I'd do it. You know, without a shadow of a doubt, I'd do it. And my life does depend on it. But I go and buy mine, you know what I mean? And I do consume meat, so I guess, and it's, yeah, you know, it's cold and quick. From what I hear, it's cold, quick, swift. They don't even see it coming, dude. We do my meats, the meats that I eat, we do mop hits on them, dude. They don't even see it coming. We get the cows to befriend other cows, so they're all just like chilling on a cow field, chewing on grass, you know. And we'll let it go for like 7-8 months, dude. Donnie Brasco style, just fucking getting in close, moo moo, like, oh man. And the next thing you know, one of them's like calling the other one over, hey, why don't you come over, new patch of grass? And then they'll jump with their hoofs, and they'll just like, oh. You guys don't see that side of it though. That's, so at least they don't see it coming, and it's fast, it's swift. One aspect that I'd like to go back about Cobra Kai, if, like, here's the thing, I love the series. It gives a good message, martial arts, work ethic, family, bonding. But again, I've said this, if I'm not mistaken, I've said it before, but I'd like to reiterate it just in case I haven't, or if I have, it's just one of those extra good points that you'd like to put out there. I've seen every age category in this series fight, except babies. Every age category in this series is depicted as, at one point, you're fighting. It's great. Teenagers, young adults, people with experience. You know what I'm saying? But babies, start early, dude. Start early. I want to see a couple of like 9-month-old, like just 9-month-old babies just with their heads barely, like, you know, but just like, but that's the good thing. If you're head heavy, you're coming out legs first, dude. Head heavy, legs first. That's how I would fight as a baby. On my back, head heavy, leg out, dude. But we don't see any of that. And I promote that. I encourage that. And you're like, no, what are you talking about? They're squishy, they're soft. Exactly. That's how you build resiliency. That's too soft, too squishy. Okay, fine. But that's the difference between a well-adjusted baby who turns into a well-adjusted teenager, who turns into a well-adjusted young adult and member of society, and then you have the then if you don't want your baby to be like the champ, who's like our future champ, if you don't want your baby to be like a killer like Hamza, dude, if you don't want a baby, oh man, was Hamza like that as a baby? Comes out of the womb, I'ma kill everything, just fucking, oh my god, he's so intimidating, dude. I don't know. Ugh. And I know, again, not a fighter, but like from a distance, just watching, I can feel the diarrhea starting to form just thinking about it. Just everything goes loose. But that is, yeah, I'm very impressed, dude. I'm just like, because yeah, again, whoever is able to beat him, that fight will be oh man, that'll be like a fucking, because, oh, it'll be like watching the Matrix fights. That's what that is, because it's fast, explosive, and it's so exciting. Oh, and also the ladies were fighting, and then you saw the lower kick from the, man, the fucking UFC is really cool, dude. Fighting professionally, really cool. Again, I can't do it, so that's why I like enjoy it from afar. But yeah, again, a liver kick from the ground, effective, really effective. You learn these things, you know? So then, you know, you never know when you're going to be on your back and on the ground. Liver kick, dude, right there. Heel kick, liver kick from the ground, puts you right out, dude. Just cramp up, you're like, oh. It's like we have these buttons inside of us that most of us aren't aware of until you practice that, and then you become aware of it, and the next thing you know, you're like, yeah, did you know if you press in a certain location hard enough, the person just like shuts down? It is hilarious. I love it when it's not a knockout, but it's like one of those, like, again, one of those pressure points where oh man, I would love to know the pressure points, dude. Just right there. Fucking, paralysis, just like nibble on someone's ear, just out. That's what I want, dude. Just like get really like, they get like grab the leg and like blow on the toe. Just and then you blow in the right direction between the toes and it tickles. Paralysis. That's what I do, baby. I'll blow on your big toe and I'll give you like, oh man. When your leg cramps up, like I won't put you out, but like when that feeling when your leg cramps out, when you're like trying to swim, I'll give you that same sensation, dude. I'm upside down, grabbing your foot, blow on your toe, dude. Next thing you know, with the right angle and pressure, it's like the 1-inch punch, but except it's with like me blowing like that on your big toe, and the next thing you know, what do you do? And then by me causing you to go, what are you doing? I catch you off guard, right? Your body just goes into paralysis or something, dude. Your leg cramps up, and then you're in the deep seas, and then we're swimming in the ocean, man. And you're not wearing a life jacket, dude. And there are no boats inside. So be careful. There's white sharks. There's hammerhead sharks. There's tiger sharks. The little fish that'll come and just like, ooh, nom 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 nom, nom 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 nom, right at you. We're in a body of water. That's what I does. We're all underwater. We're all under. Yeah, we are. Like, look, I look around me and I see rain. I see nothing but we are in water. Just vapor form. Stay dry. No, stay wet, like water. Stay slippery when wet. Why don't you put up a couple of damn caution signs so people don't slip around you and break their necks? Or you're on the reverse side of that equation. Why don't you take a fall and, claim insurance? That's your thing. But then again, man, that's so much work. You gotta be like, oh, I'm legit not working. And they track you down. God, what a life. But that's crime. That's big crime. No, that's like little to medium-sized crime, and crime doesn't pay. Unless it's like corporate white-collar crime, then man, it pays. Does it pay? But the point is, pick a lane and stick within it is for some folks. Other folks, multiple lanes. We're just in the shoulder now, aren't we? That's what that is, baby. We're just rocking and rolling. It is Monday, so we're gonna have a good time in here together. We make sure of it. We make sure of it, you and I. So, oh man. Because what happens if you're like, yeah, dude, if I cause that cramp, like the type of cramp that you get when you're swimming, and the only other option you have is in the middle of a fight to be like, oh, if I could just reach out with point my toe out in the middle of, good luck, dude. Good luck. Many have come and gone trying to point their toe out. It's game over. It's game over. Just with the right grab of the ankle and the right there. Over. It's done. Somebody call an ambulance. Somebody call the medics. Somebody call a doctor. Somebody get an x-ray. Somebody get an x-ray with a doctor. Somebody make a doctor do an x-ray. Somebody make an x-ray do a doctor. Get the test results back within a reasonable amount of time to make sure that nothing's off balance, and make sure you have collected data prior to the match as well, because then you'd have sample data to compare and be like, well, we could see that these levels are off compared to these other levels that we took prior to the, but that's just you taking precautionary measures out there. And ditto for your boy, dude. That's what I do all day, every day. Not really, but it's all about being on your toes. It's all about being on your camel toes, dude. It's all about being on your camel toes and boys got mad camel toe game, right? That's when you're just like, because I hear it. Cool camel toe, bro. Nice camel toe. I'm like, yo, what you know about that? What you know about that, boy? You know, I be on them toes, dude. I be on my toes like a little, just hopping on my camel toes. What you know about the camel? It's really good with water hydration and just like keeping it in there for times of need, for necessity. Doesn't just splurge on water. That's a fun fact about the camel. Whereas all other animals, they're very loosey-goosey with the water retention. In, out. The camel, so in, won't dispense any. Did it even go in? You'll be asking. Did he even drink water? Good question. I haven't seen him drink water in a couple of days. But then again, he might have had a big sip last week. Just holding, maintaining up until that. Again, the time is right. You know when to go full. Spit the water out. Like a llama. That's what it is, baby. Fucking llama. Right there. I want everybody to take the time to have a great start to their week wherever you are. If you're doing whatever it is that you're doing in your daily exercises and your daily routines, make sure those nipples are moisturized. Make sure them balls are powdered. I've never powdered my balls. Back in the day, going to the gym and whatnot, every once in a while I'd see that, somebody just powdering their balls. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Powder your balls. Do ladies powder their vag? Is that a thing? Powder your vag, dude. Why would you put powder on your balls? Or your vag? Maybe they're baking. Maybe they're putting in the prep work. Maybe they're getting the basic ingredients, because that's how you build yeast, no? A little bit of baking soda, baking powder. The old shake and bake. What kind of powder is it anyway? What does it do? To absorb the sweat? But if it absorbs the sweat, won't it like crumple together and like, then won't you have little like, gross. Why do people do that? So what does it do? Is it supposed to stop you from what? Am I not living life properly? Should I be using the powder is what I'm asking. You're like, why don't you just Google it? Can you trust Google 100%? Because what if I ask and I was like, yes, powder it. And that's big powder trying to just come in on your boy and be like, your life isn't adequate without the powder on your nuts. And I'm just walking around feeling like a fool while everybody else has got powder on their nuts and your boy's powderless. But guess what? I'm not gonna just fall into any, come buy this powder and like, have your nuts smelling like powder all day, every day. I'm not gonna just fall for any old trap unless everybody is doing it and everybody's happy with the results. Is that what the ladies like? And is that what are ladies powdering their vag as well? Is that something? No, I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. No, I'm 100% sure I've never seen that. But the dudes, I've heard of that. I've seen it a couple of times. Weird. Again, I don't know what you're up to, mister. Is it for the people who sweat extra though? But even if you sweat extra still with the powder, it would form like little, what are you baking that? Like, what is that? Oh, and then would that like dry up and like get, what are you trying to do? Maybe, okay, you're trying to make a mold of your cock. That's what you're doing, mister. But then you gotta, because that's, the powder mixed with the sweat builds up, but you're moving, you're gonna have to sit still. So then doing it in public, after a workout, after a shower, powder to the nuts, I don't see how you're gonna be walking around and building a cast to your cock. So do that at your time and like lay still if you can. But then penises like shift in size. They're mysterious creatures, so they just like, you're never gonna get a cast, dude. Not using those methods anyway. What you'd want to do if you want to get it casted, you'd probably pop a couple of blue chews from what I hear and then make a cast. Make a cast, fill it up with, just throwing out ideas out there, make a cast, fill it up with some sort of paper mache your cock essentially, and then take that out, and then fill that up with some sort of rubber or plastic of sorts. I don't know where you can get liquid plastic, and then so that you'd have your own cock, so that if your lady was like, oh, well, she's got your cock, so why would she need that? I don't know. Maybe you can gift it. Maybe you can just put it on the mantle. You know what I mean? Just put your own cock on a mantle, so that when family, friends, relatives come over, it's a conversation starter or finisher. But at least you draw a line and you know where your people stand. And isn't that what it's all about? Keeping the circle tight. Keeping the butts one circle, one sphere, and one hole. We're one sphere, one hole, one people. I love you all, gang. Thank you very much for all the love and support. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Support your boy on patreon.com/RobSadri if you like. And we're rocking and rolling every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Looking forward to seeing you guys and gals back here again very soon. Stay safe. Have fun. Peace out.